The summertime is upon us once again, and I figured what better way to celebrate my favorite season than to play some summery themed ROM hacks. We got some Super Nintendo hacks, we got some N64 good, and even a GameCube ROM hack coming at you towards the end of the video. This is Yoshi Saves Summer Break by El Kafurman on Super Mario World Central. I will leave a link in the description to all of these ROM hacks that I'm playing in this video. But I figured we would start with this one because it's got my man Yoshi in it. I haven't played this before, but it's only 5 levels, I think, so nice and short. And I mean, how can you go wrong with Yoshi? This is my guy right here. I recently played Yoshi's Woolly World on Wii U for the first time since it came out like a decade ago, and I forgot how good that game is. Really cool art direction, great level design. It's very similar in design to Super Nintendo Yoshi's Island, and I feel like people slept on that game because, you know, it's really cutesy and people probably just assumed it was for little kids, which it kind of is, but it's got a cool collectathon component to it. Again, the arts and crafts visuals, the art direction is amazing. Don't sleep on Woolly World. It's way better than some of the other Yoshi games that are aimed towards a much younger demographic, like Yoshi's Crafted World for the Switch. I don't know, that game didn't click with me the way that Woolly World on Wii U did. I'm one of those weirdos that I like Yoshi's Story more than Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. It could just be nostalgia, it could be my rose-tinted glasses, but Yoshi's Story on 64 is so cool. It's such a weird game. I don't know if I ever pitched my Yoshi game idea to y'all. I might have done it on stream before, but my idea for a Yoshi game is a 2D side-scroller like the original Yoshi's Island or Yoshi's Story or whatever that is focused on combat, like banging the eggs off of the walls and bouncing them around and getting like combos and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, obviously, make it Yoshi, you know, keep the whole Yoshi identity to it, but I don't know, I feel like a Yoshi game based on combat where you're bouncing the eggs around trying to get, like, combos and get your score up. That would be cool. Oh, we got some aquatic ambience. Good. Let me turn this up. It sounds good in the Super Mario World sound font, too. Shout out David Wise. Freaking love the Donkey Kong Country soundtrack. Also, shout out to Evelyn Fisher, who did DKC 3 and did some of the tracks on DKC 1. And Robin Beanland, who did Funky's Fugue from DKC 1, which was originally supposed to be a Killer Instinct track. Y'all know me. Y'all know I love Killer Instinct. Whether it's KI-94, Killer Instinct 2, Killer Instinct 2013, probably my favorite fighting game of all time is the original Killer Instinct from 1994. That and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I kind of want to do a video on my favorite fighting games ever made, but I'm not very good at fighting games, so I don't know how entertaining that would be for y'all to watch, but I've done a couple of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 streams on my Twitch channel with friends and with chat, because that's another one of my personal favorite fighting games ever made. That's definitely in the top 5 for sure. Man, this is making me want to play Donkey Kong Country. And I just played Donkey Kong Country like a couple weeks ago. I really like the arrangement of aquatic ambiance from DKC Tropical Freeze. In fact, David Wise actually came back to do the music and the arrangements for Tropical Freeze, which is really good, really cool. I hope that if Retro Studios are allowed to make another Donkey Kong Country game, which I really hope that they do that sometime and bring the Kremlings back like they did in Bonanza. But yeah, maybe get David Wise back to do the music for that game as well, the hypothetical third DKC Returns game. Ooh, this is a pretty level. Look at that gradient in the background. And I got the composite cable shader going too, so it's got a little bit of a CRT effect. I would use a scanline shader, but unfortunately, the scan lines don't scale properly in OBS and they look kind of funky. They look great in RetroArch, like on my end, but outputting it through OBS and doing screen capture with the scan lines, they look all crusty. So no scanline filter, but we do have the composite cable AV shader, like crustification filter. Actually, you know what? If you're wondering what the scanline filter looks like, let me turn it on real quick. So there you go. That's what the scan lines look like. It looks beautiful on my end through RetroArch. Like, it's a really nice CRT shader, but it might look a little bit funky on OBS just because the scan lines don't scale very well. So, unfortunately, I'm going to turn them back off, but one of these days I'll get the scan lines to look good on my end. I know I just went on a whole spiel about something that like maybe one person watching this video is going to care about, but I love CRT shaders. The good ones, the bad ones, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm a huge fan of like crusty NTSC composite cable, component cable shaders. But yeah, this is a really solid ROM hack so far. Very simple sort of level design. We got some new moves here, like the ground pound. That was not a thing in the original Super Mario World. This might be another hot take, but when it comes to ROM hacking, I prefer the ROM hacks that just give me brand new levels, instead of the crazy Kaizo ROM hacks where you're save scumming and rewinding. Like, I don't know. I guess there's an appeal to Kaizo. There's a lot of people that stream Kaizo ROM hacks, and I guess it's just not for me. But I never saw the appeal of save scumming and rewinding constantly until you memorize a level. That just doesn't seem very fun to me, but to each their own. Oh, look at this. 1-up city. I'm not going to need those 1-ups, but it's always satisfying to get extra lives, especially in Sonic, when you get 100 rings and it plays a little chime. I think that's a lost art, you know, getting a high score and getting 1-ups. You don't really see that in modern video games, but I think there's something very satisfying about just seeing that number go up, even if it's entirely pointless. And there's a lot of people that don't like lives in video games to begin with, which is fine. That's a fair take, but I don't know. There's something satisfying about seeing your score go up. How do I get up here? Can I... Oh, wait, I got like a Mario 2 super jump. There we go. So we got some new moves in this ROM hack. Okay. At first, I thought I was going to have to do a wall jump, which I know you can do that in Super Mario World, like ROM hacking. Like, people have done that. I played a Waluigi ROM hack a couple of years ago that had wall jumping. You couldn't wall jump in OG Super Mario World, but there are plenty of ROM hacks that have implemented it. This was one of my favorite things about Super Mario World, bopping the Koopa Troopas from the other side of the chain link fence. I don't know why, but as a kid, that just cracked me up. Just bow, watching them go flying off the screen. There are so many good Super Mario World ROM hacks it would make your freaking head spin, I swear. Like, Super Mario World and Super Metroid just have a crazy abundant amount of good ROM hacks. I started playing these hacks when I was a kid, getting into emulation, getting into Z-SNES, right? And the first ROM hack I ever played was, appropriately enough, it was a Yoshi-themed ROM hack for Super Mario World. And it was one gigantic level. And I didn't know what save stating was as a kid, so I kept dying and restarting from the beginning of the game. Because again, it was just one level with like no checkpoints. Little did I know you were supposed to like save state and rewind through it. Boss time. What do we got? What do we got? Birdo. Okay. I don't know if my fireballs are going to do anything. Homegirl, what are you doing? Maybe I got to throw the eggs back at her, like Mario 2 style. Yeah, there we go. People get mad about the way I pronounce People get mad about the way I pronounce Mario, and that just compels me to pronounce it that way even more. They're like, why are you saying it like that? Why are you saying Mario? It's like, well, that's the correct pronunciation. Second of all, if it makes people angry, I do it out of spite. You know, one thing I don't like about Super Mario World? The Boo House levels. That's like, I don't know why, they never clicked with me. And also, a mechanic I don't like in any platformer is not being able to see. Like, I'm not trying to diss this ROM hack in particular, because so many other games do that crap, but this is just such an unfun gimmick in any platformer. Like, oh yeah, I really want to play a game where I can't see anything. Again, no shade to this ROM hack or the author of this ROM hack, but that's just such a pet peeve of mine in any video game. God damn, that's a tall door right there. That's a long boy. I like this music though. I don't recognize it, but it might be from like Mario 3D Land, which I really want to play, but my 3DS is long broken, like long since it hasn't worked in a long time, right? And also, that game just does not emulate well for some reason. So somebody's got to get on to like recompiling 3D Land and making a native port of it. That would be great. You know, I still have my copy of 3D Land and I still have my 3DS, but again, my 3DS doesn't work. It's super broken. Oh, hell yeah. Some Mario Kart 64 good. Speaking of recompilations, I played the Mario Kart 64 recompilation, and the other project, Spaghetti Kart, which they're both amazing ports of the game. And I just have a newfound appreciation for Mario Kart 64. I grew up with the original game, and I loved it when I was a kid, but I just have a brand newfound appreciation for it after how wacky and crazy the newer Mario Kart games have gotten. It's nice to be able to play Mario Kart 64 and be able to hold down first place without getting obliterated by items. I kind of wish Nintendo would strip Mario Kart back a little bit and make a high-octane kart racing game that rewards drifting and skill. You know, still keep the items and stuff and have it be wacky. You know, that's part of Mario Kart's identity. But I just think the newer games, you're just constantly being pelted by items. I still like them. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is incredible, but what I'm saying is 64 is pretty tight, and recompilations are great. It's a brand new way to preserve these classic video games, especially with N64. You know, the 64 and the PS1 are my favorite video game consoles ever. Shout out Sega Saturn, even though I've never seen a Sega Saturn in real life, but that's neither here nor there. The 5th generation of gaming is my favorite generation, right? N64, PS1, Sega Saturn. But a lot of N64 games unfortunately run like garbage, and recompilations are great because they update them in smoother, with a smoother frame rate, and that's always good. In TV and film and animation, you don't want 60 FPS frame interpolation, like it just looks bad. But in gaming, an interactive medium where you're controlling the game, a smooth frame rate is always welcome in my book. Like, boot up the original Majora's Mask on 64 and it's still totally playable, but that shit runs at like 20 FPS. And then boot up Zelda 64 recompiled, and you can feel the difference. Somebody pointed this out to me recently, and I would have never even noticed, but the art direction in Super Mario World is all over the place. Like, some of the sprites of the enemies and the characters have black outline around them, some of them don't. I would have never noticed this, but yeah, like the sprite work and the art direction of this game is kind of all over the place. It's like everything but the kitchen sink. Man, how cool would it be if we got another Giga Leak and we got like the beta ROM for Super Mario World or 64. That was one of the most memorable things about the summer of 2020. It's weird to say I'm nostalgic for the summer of 2020 because in retrospect, the pandemic was a horrible year for a lot of people. People lost their jobs, people lost their loved ones, but for me personally, I was kind of just chilling during 2020. I was kind of just vibing it out, and that Nintendo Giga Leak that happened in like July, it was so cool finally getting to see like, oh, Luigi is actually in Super Mario 64 deep within the source code, you know? But man, if we got another Giga Leak, like if somehow we got that beta ROM for Super Mario World, that would be great. And also, like a Rareware Giga Leak, if somebody could get their hands on that copy of Super Nintendo Killer Instinct 2. Years ago, Tim Stamper, who was one of the founders of Rareware, along with Chris Stamper, he posted a tweet on Twitter of the Conker's 12 Tales beta. And there were a bunch of, I assume either literal children or man-children in the comments going like, oh, this selfish jerk, he's not releasing this cool beta ROM. And it's like, he doesn't work for Rareware anymore. He sold the company years ago. He probably legally cannot dump that ROM of Conker's 12 Tales and release it for people on the internet. I'm pretty sure there would be a lawsuit from Microsoft if he did that. But that kind of irked me when that was going down. Like, put some respect on Chris and Tim Stamper. They were the founders of Rare. He just wanted to show off some cool footage of the beta of Conker. This is it, Luigi. What do we got? Oh, never mind. This is not it. I thought we were gonna fight the boss. This is it, Luigi. Nope. Still not it. Hear me out, dude. What if I made an animation where Mario jumps on the Goomba and then he explodes into blood, like the Goomba explodes into blood and guts? Wouldn't that be funny? This is it, Luigi. Oh, it actually is it this time. King Wart? My man. Love this guy. Okay, I'm gonna save scum this. Let me show you. Look at how little time you have to hit him between him opening his mouth and attacking you. You have to do it preemptively. Like, you have a half second or something to feed him his veggies. Look at this. I missed it. I did it too early. Hold up. I'm not even gonna edit this bit. I'm just gonna show you. Look. Did it too preemptively again. Hold up. Hold up. I got it. This could just be skill issue. This could just be... Yeah, it's skill issue. Yeah, that final boss battle was not great. Overall, that was a good ROM hack right there. Thank you for playing my game. I hope you have a great summer vacation 2023 season and stay safe as well. And that's going to carry over into this summer of 2026. Good ROM hack outside of that final boss battle with Wart. That was a short, sweet, to the point Super Mario World excursion. So we're going to move on from 16-bit to 64-bit. This is Mario's Orange Summer City by Earl Grey Tea. This is a short 7-star hack that actually just came out at the time of me recording this. So let's get into it. Okay, we got the standard Peach's Castle hub. Let's see if Toad has anything to say. Okay, that answers my question. I'm just going to go into Bob-omb Battlefield. See what we got. Okay, on top of the lighthouse. Let's do it. 7 power stars, and I'm assuming there's going to be a 100 coin star. Get a look at this. Kind of reminds me of Brodoot's ROM hack level design. Very, very similar sort of aesthetic. I think this is Kirby music. I'm not the biggest Kirby fan, if I'm being honest, but I'm actually working on a video about a game the Kirby devs made for the Super Famicom that never got localized. So stay tuned for that. Also, parallel Lakitu cam, you gotta love it. Being able to move the camera completely unencumbered of the level, like that is a must-have in any Super Mario 64 ROM hack. No! Well, this level is called the Top of the Lighthouse, or this Power Star, but there are actually several lighthouses in this level, so I don't even know if I'm going the right way. There's a lighthouse over there. There's one right there. One over there. But now that I'm noticing it, that's the one with the actual power star, so I'm gonna go over there. I was once told that wall kicks will work. Okay, how am I gonna approach this? Can I long jump? Am I gonna have to like triple jump? That works. Here we go. Run it back. Beautiful. That's how you do it.
Here we go.
Power star number 2, the balcony star. I'm gonna be getting all 7 power stars, by the way. That should go without saying, but with super short ROM hack like this, you gotta see everything that there is to see here. Another thing that I appreciate about ROM hacking are the nice and short ROM hacks, much like this one and Yoshi Saves Summer Break, but like shout out Super Mario 64 Sapphire, Super Mario Vortex. I don't know, I just really appreciate the ROM hacks that don't overstay their welcome. Like there are some ROM hacks that have like 300 power stars, and at that point it's a bit much. Power star number 3, Wooden Marathon. That was probably what I was doing a moment ago, this right here. Let's see if I can actually make it to the top. It really is incredible what people have achieved with Super Mario 64 ROM hacking. Not even a decade ago, it was very rudimentary, it was very basic, but now the things that people are able to do with Mario 64 and its engine, it's just incredible how robust Super Mario 64 ROM hacking has become. But like I said a moment ago, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I've been so focused on getting to the top of this damn wooden bridge pillar thing.
Here we go.
Can you believe I used to 16-star speedrun this game? I'm rusty. It's been several years. Anyway, power star number 4, 5 orange trees. This is gonna be one of those secret, like, wet dry world type power stars, right? Where I gotta find the hidden thing. But I've played many ROM hacks in the past couple of years, and my favorite Super Mario 64 ROM hack is still Peach's Memory by Daniel EDC. Go play it. If you haven't played Peach's Memory, it is a phenomenal experience. Oh, I see. It's gotta be those. They're literally orange trees. I thought they meant orange like the fruit. I see. It is insane how good the movement is in Super Mario 64. You gotta consider how old this game is as well, like 1996. I think Quake predates Mario 64, and to me, Quake is the first legit 3D video game, in my opinion. I know there are games that predate it, but Quake was a big step in gaming history. But Mario 64 was right there with it, and I think it's aged very gracefully. Oh, the fifth one is all the way over there. I was looking around like, where's the fifth tree? This is a very awkward angle to hit these wall kicks. Oh my god, the Super Mario 64 wall kicking. There we go. And then we do a little bit of bingo, bango, bongo, and then booyah, fall off the tree.
Here we go!
Power star number 5, find the 8 red coins. I'm also operating under the assumption that there's a 100 coin star, so we're gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. When I was younger, I really did not like the red coin star and the 100 coin star. I actually didn't know the 100 coin star even existed until I played Mario 64 on the Wii U Virtual Console. Nowadays, I don't really mind either, but some of the levels in vanilla Super Mario 64 are really stingy with their coins. Like Shifting Sandland, I think only has 110 coins total or something like that, because every time I do a 120 star playthrough of Mario 64, I always struggle on Shifting Sandland to get the 100 coin star. It feels so stingy. It always trips me up seeing ROM hacks that replace the coins with polygonal models, because in the original game they're just sprites. The 3D models look so much better. Here we go. Easy money. Now we just gotta hunt down the red coins. It took me an embarrassingly long time to find this final red coin, because the draw distance, it wouldn't render in. I literally couldn't see it. It would not render this final red coin in. That took me like 20 minutes, no joke.
Here we go!
And the final power star, box wall jumps. I know where it's located. It's up on one of these buildings. That building over there. I don't know how I'm gonna get up there, though. Wall jumps, I guess. Almost. Hold up. Wait a minute. But then... did they really want me to wall kick up there? Are you kidding me? No shot. No shot. This is twisted. Boom, boom. Okay, maybe this isn't twisted. Maybe I'm just being dramatic. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't hard at all. I was just being completely unnecessarily dramatic. I wonder what happens if we go into the other doors. Is it just vanilla Super Mario 64? Let's try Jolly Roger Bay. I'm willing to bet it's just regular Mario 64, but all of the text is removed, so you can pretend it's a spooky creepypasta. Yeah, that was Mario's Orange Summer City by Earl Grey Tea on romhacking.com. Really good. Short, sweet little one-level ROM hack with a summery feel to it. Love it.
Super Luigi Sunburn!
I'm a little conflicted when it comes to Super Mario Sunshine. On one hand, I really like the tropical vacation theme. I love the story and the silly voice acting. In fact, I think Mario games should try to do story more often the way this game did, the cutscenes and such. I love the vibes of this game, right? The visuals, the art direction, the soundtrack. But what I don't like about Sunshine is the rigid structure of the game, and a lot of the shine sprites that you have to get are really, really annoying. Which is where this ROM hack comes in. This is Super Mario Sunburn. This is a ROM hack full of quality of life improvements. Like right out the gate, we got 60 FPS, which is amazing, but also it's more open world and a lot less rigid than vanilla Super Mario Sunshine. I'm playing Super Luigi Sunburn, which is basically the same game, but you play as Luigi, and he has a poltergeist-themed version of Flood, which is a really nice detail. So let's hop into this. Let's see how it compares to the original game. Oh, look, it's Daisy! And Egad. EGAD is mentioned in vanilla Super Mario Sunshine because Flood is EGAD's creation, but I don't think you actually see him in the game. So that's a custom model for both of them. Whenever I think of the 6th generation of gaming, you know, PS2, Xbox, GameCube, I just think of the beach. Kingdom Hearts 1, Halo 1, Super Mario Sunshine, Final Fantasy X, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I don't know what it was during the 6th generation of gaming, but all of those game developers were like, let's go to the beach. Look at this water. Okay, so it's been a minute since I've played Sunshine. It's been a couple of years. Let's get reacclimated. Got the hover nozzle. We got the water gun super soaker mode. Okay, and I think there was like a... If you hold the trigger down just a little bit, you can run. Okay, I got it. And there's the shotgun move, where if you just slam down on the trigger. Okay. Oh, is that a long jump? Okay, the long jump is not in Super Mario Sunshine. That's nice to have. Wow, look at that. 60 FPS is such a huge boon. It feels so nice to play Mario Sunshine at 60 FPS. I was saying it a moment ago during Super Mario 64, but the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS is actually pretty huge. You can feel it. Yeah, if there is one thing that Sunshine nails, it's the vibes. The art direction, the character designs, the soundtrack, that component of the game is amazing. And Delfino Plaza is probably one of my favorite hub worlds in any video game ever. But if you've ever played Sunshine, you know that some of these shine sprites are from the depths of hell. And in the original Sunshine, in the vanilla game, you had to get, like, I think the first 6 in each level before you could move on to the next level, whereas Super Mario 64 was a lot more lenient in letting you collect whatever power stars you wanted.
As you are no doubt aware, someone has been...
I love the voice acting in this game. I really do think more Mario games need cutscenes and stories like this. Keep it short and simple. You know, don't go full JRPG with it. But this game's story is great. My attorney is Princess Peach. Dog, my ass is going to jail. Dog, my ass was sent to jail. Man, I love Delfino Plaza. It's full of secrets and hidden shine sprites that you can collect. It's got Yoshi. At a point in the game, you can unlock Yoshi and run around with him. And man, I just like tropical beach-themed games. Oh, I'm just now realizing that EGAD replaces Toadsworth. That's such a cool little detail. This game introduced Toadsworth and Bowser Jr. and a bunch of new characters like the Piantas and stuff. Dude, the shotgun move is OP. Look at this. Honestly, I'm not even joking. The 60 FPS hotfix is easily the biggest quality of life improvement so far. I know I just started playing this, but oh my goodness, you can feel the difference between 30 and 60 FPS. Yo, Shadow Luigi, Bowser Jr., Mr. Steal Yo Girl. That's my homegirl, that's Daisy, what are you doing? Hold up, I'm gonna long jump all the way over there. Go get him, Luigi. Oh, he's got a health bar. I don't think he had a health bar in the original game. Faker, you're not even good enough to be my... I'll make you eat those words! Okay, first level. Let's see, what do we got? I always thought that was a cool ass effect, the way you go into the level. Bianco Hills, let's do it. This game reminds me a lot of the album 40 Ounces to Freedom by Sublime in that I can only play Sunshine during the summer. Playing this game during any other season, it just feels wrong to me. I know that's stupid, like that's a dumb thing to just be specific about, but I don't know. Listening to 40 Ounces to Freedom and it's not summer outside, it just feels wrong. Same thing with playing Sunshine during like the winter time. Man, it really does bear repeating. This game is gorgeous. Luigi don't play around. He pulled up with the Super Soaker and he got promoted to TCB, taking care of business. Let's do it. Also, the shine sprites, I don't know why, but they're really satisfying to collect. I can't quite articulate it, but even more than the power stars in Galaxy or 64. Also, we didn't get ejected from the level. Look at that. So I guess it really is open world, like you could just complete a level one take Jake style. That's really cool. I actually don't mind it in 64 or Sunshine whenever they eject you from a level. I do prefer the Banjo-Kazooie design philosophy of letting you just do everything in the level in one go, but it never bothered me in 64 or Sunshine that you were taken out of the level whenever you got a Shine Sprite or a Power Star. My nemesis, Petey Piranha. I don't know why, but Petey Piranha irritates me as a character. He's just annoying. It's a real scorcher this summer. Be sure to stay hydrated, y'all. Yeah, get your H2O. Man, Luigi's vertical is insane. Dude is jumping around here like Vince Carter. Look at that jump. God damn. And then he turns into sludge. I never understood that. Now, I'm willing to bet that this Shine Sprite is gonna kick me out of the level because there's no way for me to get out of here. Let's see. Unless it just takes me back to the beginning of the level. Nah, okay, it does. So some of the Shine Sprites still eject you from the level, but like, I don't know how else I would have gotten out of there, so that makes sense. The Hillside Cave Secret. I think this is one of those floodless levels, which, man, I like the idea of stripping Flood away from the player, but you're so used to controlling Mario, or in this case Luigi, with Flood, that when the game randomly decides to take it away from you, you're totally, like, you're playing a different game, basically, at that point. Oh, look at that! We get the rocket nozzle early. In the vanilla game, you have to unlock the nozzles, but I guess for the sake of, you know, making the game more open-ended, they just give them to you. Okay, here we go. Let's do a floodless level. The early ones aren't too bad, but some of the later ones in this game are rough. Oh, we got... This is different. This is the, like, the Mario 2 overworld theme. Oh, I love it. One of the catchiest songs that Koji Kondo ever produced and composed. Like, bro locked in for the Mario 2 overworld theme. Dude, the worst floodless levels were the Chuckster levels. I swear to God, it was just completely random if they chucked you where you needed to go or not. Just a total crapshoot. I don't know what they were thinking when they did the Chuckster levels. Oh, okay, the Hydro Nozzle, we don't have that unlocked, but we do have the Rocket Nozzle. Alright, so they don't give you all of them right out the gate. I see. Dog, I don't even need the Rocket Nozzle. Luigi's vertical is insane. I don't know if y'all feel this way, but to me, one of the go-to summertime drinks is orange soda, like Fanta or Crush. Back in the day when I would go on GameSpot and IGN and watch like video game commercials from Japan and from the 90s before I was born, there was this one commercial for Ocarina of Time where Link is in Kakariko Village chugging down an orange soda. Ever since I was a kid and I saw that commercial, I wanted to try out the Mirinda orange soda. They don't sell it down here in the United States, at least I've never seen it, but I always wanted to try the Mirinda orange soda because of that one Zelda commercial. This might be another blind moment, but I don't know where this last green coin is. I don't see it. Do you guys want to hear the most satisfying coin sound in the history of Mario? I don't know why that's so satisfying, but it is. It's got like this hi-fi sound to it. What the hell just happened? Now I'm in Rico Harbor. I was getting the coins. What happened? Well, now I'm gonna have to go back and get all the coins again. Oh, bother. Check this out, check this out. Spin jump in the rocket launch. Boom. Saucy with it, baby. Saucy with it. I think before I end the video here, we're gonna do the blooper race in Rico Harbor. Gooper blooper breaks out. I don't want to do that. I want to do the blooper racing. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Isn't this where the blooper racing guy is? Hold up. Now the game gives me the hydro nozzle. So I guess it's just level by level basis. Here we go. You want to go for a ride, bud? Go ahead and jump on the blooper you like best. Show me some super blooper surfing. Yeah, I'll show you some super blooper surfing. Check this out. Check this out. It wouldn't be a game from the 2000s if it didn't have some extreme sports. Actually, is surfing extreme sports? I think it is. If snowboarding and skateboarding are, then surfing should be too, right? Wow, that was way easier than I remember it being. Yeah, I only played about 15 minutes of this, but I can safely say that I enjoy this more than the vanilla game. And I might end up streaming this or doing a full Let's Play of it. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little montage of summer-themed ROM hacks. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day.